Hey guys, what's up? My name is Timothy Spark and welcome back to another video. What are 8 things ExpressVPN could do to improve to become a tier 1 VPN? One thing guys is the whole premise of this video is how could ExpressVPN improve to become tier 1? And you might be thinking, well Tom, it's already tier 1. The purpose throughout this video is more on how it could be higher rated in tier 1. Theoretically, how could ExpressVPN become the #1 rated VPN on the channel? How could it move up the ranks of tier 1? Now once a VPN gets to tier 1, it gets harder and harder to do that because a VPN has to be pretty close to perfect, and some of these things in this video are nitpicky but could elevate ExpressVPN even higher. So when I'm using the phrase how could it become tier 1 or how to improve to tier 1, what I'm really saying for ExpressVPN specifically is how could it move up the ranks of tier 1? How can it get higher rated on the channel? So just keep that in mind going forward, because I kind of realized that after I kept saying it throughout the video that it didn't make as much sense as what I was originally trying to say. So anyways, back to my points. Now guys, while ExpressVPN is certainly not a perfect product, it's a good one. If you decide you want to purchase it and support the channel, you'll find a link in the description down below where you get 3 free months if you purchase a year. That's the best deal you're going to get. Alright guys, so what is some of the things that ExpressVPN could do to become a tier 1 VPN? Well, let's talk about that. Number 1, it could add a SOCKS 5 proxy. ExpressVPN doesn't offer a SOCKS 5 anonymous proxy like some other VPNs like Private Internet Access, TorGuard, and some other ones. SOCKS 5 proxies are included with some other services and they're very handy to use in stuff like BitTorrent clients where you can just put the proxy information in and you don't even have to turn your VPN on. It's not as secure as a VPN, but it's easier to use and doesn't affect your speeds while torrenting. It anonymizes your IP address and gives you a safe enough level to torrent with. ExpressVPN doesn't include this in their offering, and I don't really know why, seeing how it is a more expensive service overall. Number 2 is ExpressVPN could reduce the price. One of the biggest reasons they're not as highly rated as some other VPNs on the channel is that they're simply expensive. Around $13 a month or $100 a year, or if you click on my link you get 3 months free with a yearly bundle, but it is still $100. Other VPNs can offer similar things like WeVPN, it's around $40 a year or $10 a month. TorGuard, you do have to buy the streaming bundle, but even then it's still cheaper than ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN is probably the most expensive VPN on the marketplace today, and if they really wanted to move up in the tier list, they could reduce their price or give more serious discount codes to you guys instead of just offering 3 free months. Number 3 is ExpressVPN could offer more simultaneous connections. Now, back in the day, ExpressVPN only used to offer around 2 or 3 simultaneous connections, which for the price didn't really make sense, especially since then it was even more expensive than it is now, considering the 10 or so years that it's been around and how inflation has made things generally more expensive. Nowadays though, ExpressVPN has around 5 simultaneous connections, which isn't bad. However, that said, other VPNs do offer more now. Around 8 to 10 is the standard amount, and some VPNs like Cactus VPN even offer unlimited simultaneous connections, so ExpressVPN could definitely improve that about their service. Next up is that ExpressVPN could add WireGuard. Now I know that ExpressVPN has Lightwave, which is kind of like their version of WireGuard. However, it's not designed the same and it's not really using WireGuard technology, and I always think that I would like to see ExpressVPN just support Jason Donafield's protocol, because to this date, it still gives me the best speeds with other VPNs. So I do think that having WireGuard, it would be interesting to see the capability that ExpressVPN could put through it. I don't think it's ever going to happen though, because they really kind of like having their own proprietary Lightwave protocol. Next up on the list is ExpressVPN could just add more application features. If we take a look at the application analysis, we can see that ExpressVPN is missing some things like a dedicated IP support, no ad blocking features, no DNS port customization, or any support for a Linux GUI. Not only that, but it also could improve how it handles trackers. It has 2 trackers on Android. Also, it has trackers on the website, which you could find on Blacklight. As you can see here, it has Google Analytics, it also tells Facebook, 5 trackers and 3 cookies were found, which it definitely could remove and improve things by, making people feel more private and secure, since it is a VPN. I think ExpressVPN could also change the design a little bit, make it feel a little bit more fresh. They did do a modern revamp recently by changing the logo and changing some of the colors. However, that said, I think ExpressVPN could add more cool things, like a dark mode for the PC version, dark mode for the other apps, maybe have some more themes to pick that make it feel a little bit more fresh and updated, compared to some other VPNs out there, which I think feel a little bit cooler to use nowadays. Another thing I think ExpressVPN could do is be more transparent about roadmaps and about the company itself. If you look at the company's website, you can't really find any information about what's coming for the product. You can't find any updates about the roadmap, and you also can't really find any page on the website giving information about the company itself or some of the employees that work there. So I would definitely prefer more of transparency with that, more information about the company and some of the employees. You know, you don't have to put the last names or anything like that, but it would still be nice to have a little bit more transparency there, and just a little bit more transparency into, you know, what the company is developing and what you can expect if you're buying this product. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this list of things ExpressVPN could do to become a tier 1 VPN. I plan on doing this for a lot of VPNs, letting them know from my critical perspective what they could do to become tier 1, but also for you as a consumer, what you might be missing out on by not using other VPNs, or maybe some of these things don't matter to you and you still want to buy ExpressVPN anyways. It's really up to you, and if you do decide to purchase ExpressVPN, you know, you could support me by clicking on the link down in the description down below, or if you want to try another VPN that's higher rated, go ahead and check that on VPN tier list. Keep in mind, ExpressVPN is a tier 1 VPN because it does have an overall good blend of things like good speed, good customer support, good consistency and reliability in the application, good stream compatibility, cool extra things like router software and stuff like that, and it does get the job done for its applications. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video very soon.